Oh, hey, how's it going? Um, yeah, so I'm out here in the station wagon. It's been a minute. It's comfy in here. I love this. If I could just take this seat out and just take it in the house, that'd be amazing. Oh, rotated. Woo! Now I'm over here. Now I'm looking up here at you. Yeah, so like I said, we're outside. I was trying to get a little bit of work done on the car. Maybe I should flip this back over this way because I actually seem like I'm in frame when I'm holding the phone like this. I wanted to get some work done. I was trying to. I don't, yeah. This car's being a pain in the ass. It's rusted to hell. It's got, like you saw, I have some of it ripped off. I was trying to take off a shock. It's rusted to hell. I can't get a pair of vice grips on it to hold the mount while I try to fucking use my impact to take off the bolt or nut on top. So it's really just not working with me. And you can't heat them up because I don't want the fucking shock to just like almost explode on me, you know. And I can't get my cutting wheel in there to cut it off. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do. And it's bothering me. Cuz I've been sitting and I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes. I was watching a video. Now I'm going to close the door here. Hey, my tape's coming off. My tape's coming off. I used to have this sweet little, because this is all rotted and splitting, and I put tape on there to hold it. I don't know why it's sliding. It's like somebody's been in here. Besides me, because I don't fucking use the door. That means somebody probably could have came in here and slit. I don't think anybody's been in my car, but hell, if you look right there, it's not that hard to put a coat hanger in, so I don't know. Somebody could have been in my car for all I know. It's not like they're gonna get anything. What, you want a can of spray paint? Because that's all you're gonna get. What, you want the cover for my intake? You want the air filter? You want a K&N? I don't know what you want. Stay out of my car. But you want a droopy headliner? Look at this. This is bad. This used not to be so bad until it got cold. Oh, and it looks so nasty under there. There's just probably a bunch of shit ready to fall on my head if I touch that anymore. Uh, so stuck again. Stuck again. Trying to take a break, take a breather. What time is it? I don't know. Oh, look, I got a dot in the middle of my head now because I can't, because my hands are freaking greasy, and now I have a dot. And it's 10 to 6. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. If I had any way of getting that off, I would. Because I can't take it the rest of the way apart. Well, actually, I probably could now, couldn't I? Because I have the bottom two bolts. I can get the bottom two bolts off the shock, right? But I can't get the top one. And I thought, hey, well, I got these vice grips. I'll just monkey those on like how anybody else would. You just clamp them on as hard as you could, and then yeah, and then to go back at it with the impact, and it's just like, well, you use penetrating spray, WD-40, PB Blaster. It's like, yeah, that probably won't even help in this situation because the whole thing is just, it's slick to begin with. The bolt is like rusted on there. So the only way I'm gonna be able to get it off is if I actually cut the damn thing. So I have to figure out a way how to do that. But since I have the bottom bolts taken off, I have a very bad connection. Oh no. But since I have the bottom bolts taken off, I might just be able to take off, put the jack under there, remove the nut for the upper control arm, lower the jack so the spring doesn't just poof and just like explode everywhere, because those could be dangerous. I don't have a spring compressor, so you gotta do it the old fashioned, I would say roadkill way. You don't always have a spring compressor, and those things are dangerous to begin with. Those things slip and it's off the car. You don't have time to run. I've seen the videos. They don't. I've seen the horror stories and I've heard it too. I mean, those things are nasty. Um, fuck. Spring's probably more dangerous than a cigarette. So yeah, thought I'd take a break inside the station wagon, talk about it for a minute, because I have parts. I have shocks to go all the way around on this front and back. I got the engines in the garage. You've seen that before in videos. You've seen me take out the engine of this car. You've seen me mess around. Like I've shown parts before for this car, and I was actually, you know what, in a couple of minutes, if I can't get this thing to move, if I can't get that nut to come loose, I'll just throw the wheel back on for right now. Oh my god. I have anti-seize on the studs, and it took me about a half hour with an impact gun to get them off. Like even reversing it, going back and forth, tightening them and losing them, they didn't want to come off. Like they were like just literally like just draining the air compressor over and over and over again. Man, those, even with anti-seize, you would be surprised that they did not want to come off. Um, so at least the car's solid in like 90% of it, except for the giant hole where the engine's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't. So I did do something today. I tested out my new grinder. I liked that. I shaved a whole chunk of rust off the frame where the engine sits. It was nice. I was like, oh, look at all this stuff just flying off. I was in love with it. But yeah, I think I need to rethink my strategy. Oh boy, I dropped it. I have this 129,000 mile car. You can't see the one because it's only got 5 digits besides the 10th counter. I got this car when it had 87,000 miles on it. And not 187, because this thing's more solid than that. So that's definitely 129,000 on there. And it, like I said, I gotta crack the door. I'm smoking in here. The battery's not smoky. Don't smoke with doors closed. It should go. Smoking should be the same as like spray painting, like with aerosol and stuff. Make sure you're in a well ventilated area. You'll choke yourself out real quick. But yeah, just not 100% sure what to do. And if I can't get that off, I'm just gonna throw the wheel back on for right now. And I'll just go in the house and I'll start another video where I show you all the car parts I actually got. Headers, gaskets, chocks, shit like that. So yeah. I really miss my car. But I'm never far away from it because it's always out in the driveway. Just don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. Besides, try to keep plugging away at it, but what else can you do? I'm surprised nobody showed up. This is a live stream. I have fans and subscribers. I'm surprised none of you are here. Because if you're like, oh, it's Beware working on his car and talking about his car again, it's just like, well, that's not entertaining. I want to watch him play Battlefield and Fortnite and be a jackass all the time. Sometimes you gotta stop, smell the roses, and get dirty while working on a car. But doesn't always happen the way you want to. Especially when your car is an 89 POS Chevy. I adore this car. This car's family, and I don't want to give up on it, and I'm not giving up on it. That's why I've spent practically almost my whole income tax just to try to get this thing repaired, and it's fighting me every step of the way. I found a way that I could take, I just want to get the shock off now. Before, I thought I'd have to take apart the whole suspension just so I could get to the engine mounts, because it's got Oldsmobile mounts in it right now, and I got to put Chevy mounts in it for the engine. And it's awful. It's awful. Because I can't even get to the bolts. Because it's a bolt style. The frame's not threaded, so the bolts don't just screw into the frame. It's goes back to that argument: is it a bolt or a screw? Because, God damn it, James May. But yeah, I'm just gonna say that in short. I'm gonna take my cutting wheel, cut off those bolts that hold on to the Oldsmobile mounts, and then I can use a couple of extensions and a universal, and I can put, because I was under there, obviously, you see the wheel off, I was under there, and I actually seen that I could put on the new mounts just like that. I can, a couple extensions, universal, I think it's a 13, it's either an 11 or a 13, most likely a half inch, but I can do I can take the whole thing apart if I wanted to. Take the shock, I just cut the shock out, just fucking bring the spring down after you take off the control arm nut, and I could do all that and then reach my arm up in there, or I could just get in there with a couple of extensions and a universal with the socket, and then have somebody hold the nut on top while I wrench on it from the bottom, or vice versa. You know what I'm doing, it's just that it's fighting me every step of the way, and I'm just like, help me! Ah! Ah! Now I'm just shouting at the camera. It's like, in the words of crazy people everywhere, ah! Oh, boy. So if you have any tips besides just throwing it away, getting a new car, I don't have a cutting torch, and I don't know anybody with a cutting torch. So I'm not having this car towed anywhere to a shop. Everything is getting done in this driveway, in this spot. So, because I want to know how much of it I can do myself. That's been the whole trial here, is me trying to figure out how to do this myself. Because the last time I did an engine swap, I was 18 years old. It's been 10 years since I've done an engine swap. Last time I did an engine swap, it was 10 times harder because I was putting a V8 where a V6 should have been in a Jimmy. And that was easy because the engine mounts were Chevy, and all I had to do was just buy some adapters, because the V6 sat further back than the V8 or whatever. The mounts were further forward on the engine, so I had to buy adapters, and that wasn't too bad. The only thing I really ever had, I had so much help with that car though, and it was so fun. But on you don't even want to know. You don't even want to know. So, this should be a way easier, but it's not, because this is a Chevy Caprice, and it came with an Oldsmobile engine because it was the economy engine. I gotta reiterate that again, the Boat Anchor 307, which is still sitting in the driveway in front of the car. I'm surprised the city hasn't been on my ass. I just need to, like I said, I've been in here for 15 minutes according to the counter on the video, and I've just, fuck. I know I'm not the most professional person. I swear a lot. Sorry. If you're here being like, well, he's talking about his car. Man, he swears a lot. It's like, yeah, if you're a mechanic and you don't swear at all, you're not a mechanic. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can understand if you're on TV, one of those TV mechanics, and you have to watch your language and you get beeped all the time or something like that. But I'm just some grease monkey in his driveway breaking his knuckles on some rusty Chevy. So hopefully I can. I don't know. Hopefully I can get something out of this today. But I'm gonna get back to it. From just sitting here rambling, which I think I already am. So, this has been Beware from Inside the Station Wagon. Station Wagon update number, I don't know, because how many of these videos have I done where I'm just sitting here feeling defeated? So I thought I would make a short video showing my defeat. So, don't forget to throw a like on the video. Show me some support. Tell me to suck it up. Tell me to quit being a pussy. I need some motivation. This car drains is draining me of it. So everybody, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Wish me luck. Peace.